Some people say laughter is a luxury, that it's something you earn when life is easy, when the to-do list is short and your worries are few. But those of us who have seen a bit more of life, we know better. We've learned that laughter isn't something you wait for. It's something you reach for, especially when things feel heavy, especially when your days are full of the quiet, unseen challenges that come with age. Laughter is a soft rebellion against worry. It's your soul whispering, "I'm still here. I still see beauty." And the best part? You don't need a stage or a spotlight to invite it in. It can begin in the smallest moment. A silly memory, a dog chasing its tail, a friend's unexpected pun. It's often in those tiny slices of joy that the day feels lighter and your heart feels stronger. There was a man named Louis the first once met at a community garden. He was 72 and had the driest sense of humor you've ever seen. Always a straight face, always a perfectly timed one-liner. But Louis wasn't always that way. After losing his wife, he spent a year in near silence. Grief had taken the color out of life. Until one day, while pulling weeds, a teenager nearby slipped and landed in the compost pile. The moment was chaotic and hilarious. And Louis, stoic, grieving Louis, laughed. A full, honest, unstoppable laugh. He told me later, "That boy didn't just fall. He pulled me out of something." And maybe that's what laughter does. It pulls us out, not out of the hard realities, but out of the spaces where we feel stuck in them. It shakes us gently and says, "You're still alive. Don't miss the sweetness." There's a daily trick I started sharing with seniors I work with, and it's beautifully simple. Every morning, ask yourself, "What made me smile yesterday?" Then write it down. That's it. One small moment. A giggle, a smirk, a grin that surprised you. It becomes a ritual, like brushing your teeth or pouring your morning coffee. But instead of fresh breath, you get fresh perspective. And the more you look for these moments, the more they seem to find you. You start seeing joy in the ordinary. The way toast pops up just as your tea is ready. The mismatched socks your grandson proudly wears. The way your neighbor's cat refuses to be ignored. These aren't distractions, they're reminders. That even in a world that moves too fast and changes too much, some things are just meant to make you smile. So if you've been carrying a little extra weight in your chest lately, worries about your health, your finances, your future, consider this your permission to laugh anyway. Not because life is easy, but because you deserve to feel good again, to feel light again. You've earned it. Let this be your daily trick. A smile, a chuckle, a shared laugh with a friend or a stranger. It's not small. It's survival. And more than that, it's joy. Real, meaningful joy. And it starts right now, with you. There's something powerful about a laugh that sneaks up on you. The kind that bubbles up from nowhere, catching you by surprise, like your spirit reminding you it's still young. These moments don't just lift the mood, they open the heart. And when you're over 60, the heart has carried so much. Love, loss, regret, pride. It deserves to be light once in a while. Think about the last time you truly let yourself laugh. Not a polite smile or a forced chuckle, but the kind that makes you lean forward, hold your belly, and maybe even tear up a little. That kind of laughter is a release, a reset. It shakes loose what we've been holding too tightly. I remember an 81-year-old named Dora who joined one of our storytelling circles. She was quiet at first, always listening but never sharing. Then one afternoon, someone told a story about accidentally putting denture cleaner in their coffee instead of sugar. The room erupted, but it was Dora's laugh we all heard first, loud, joyful, full of surprise. And just like that, something shifted. She began talking, telling stories of her own, reconnecting to a part of herself that had gone quiet. All because of a laugh. That's the thing about laughter. It's not just fun, it's freeing. It gives us permission to feel something other than obligation or worry. It reconnects us to play. And play, believe it or not, is not just for children. It's for anyone who still has breath in their lungs and stories in their soul. Play can be as simple as singing aloud to your favorite oldies while folding laundry, making faces with your grandchild over a video call, dancing in your slippers while dinner simmers on the stove. These things aren't trivial. They are sacred. They bring oxygen to the soul. And humor doesn't have to come from a comedy special or a perfectly timed punchline. Sometimes it's found in the imperfect, a mispronounced word, a memory that gets funnier every time you tell it, or even the absurdity of getting older. Like how the grocery list grows longer, but your memory grows shorter. Or how you go into a room and forget why you're there, but find something else that makes you smile. These aren't signs of weakness. They're proof of living. And if you can learn to laugh at them, with them, through them, you begin to rise above the fear that often follows aging. It's not about pretending everything is okay. It's about choosing to highlight what is okay. What's still good? What's still funny? And when you choose to find those little sparks each day, you train your mind to lean toward light instead of shadow. That habit of choosing joy is one of the healthiest, most life-giving things you can practice. And it starts with something as small as a chuckle. There's an old wisdom that says we don't stop laughing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop laughing. And while time has its way with our bodies, it doesn't have to dull our spirit. In fact, laughter can be the one thing that keeps us feeling vibrant, connected, and alive no matter how many birthdays we've had. I once visited a woman named Lillian, who was nearing 90. Her mobility was limited, her eyesight fading, and yet, when I walked into her little apartment, she was sitting in a rocking chair laughing at an old radio comedy show. When I asked her what was so funny, she said, "It doesn't even matter anymore. I just like the sound of people laughing. It reminds me that the world is still good." What a beautiful thought. That laughter doesn't always need a reason. Sometimes it's simply a reminder, a rhythm, a familiar friend. When you welcome it into your life daily, even for a moment, you're telling yourself that joy still belongs to you. That no matter what life has taken, there's still something left to smile about. And this is why we keep practicing this daily trick. Asking yourself what made you smile yesterday. Letting laughter find a seat at your table. Creating space for play, even when the world feels too serious. These habits aren't just nice extras, they are lifelines. They help anchor us in joy, so we don't drift too far into fear or sorrow. If you're wondering how to begin, don't overthink it. It's not about forcing a laugh. It's about opening the door to joy. Try calling someone who always lifts your spirits. Watch that silly movie you've seen 100 times. Look for the absurdities in your day, the things that go wrong in just the right way to make you chuckle. Let your laughter become your protest, your medicine, your prayer. Because joy isn't something you wait for. It's something you create. And you don't need a lot. Just a moment. Just one honest laugh. That's all it takes to start feeling a little lighter, a little freer, a little more like yourself. So today, and every day, remember, you have a choice. To laugh more, to worry less, to build a habit of joy, and to live not just longer, but better, one laugh at a time.